Listen. This just came to me. I was in here just listening to music, meditation music, just minding my fucking business. And I thought about it. I was like, there's this thing about attraction that is always the tell. And you have to know how it feels when you meet a person and y'all start connecting. Like, if it's freaking like off the charts explosive and it's like really reactive, like, oh my god, like if they touch your skin and you just go berserk. I'm supposed to be taking my spiritual bath, but anyway, this is spiritual. This is very spiritual. So, and you just like, you cannot get enough, and you're just under this feeling of freaking excitement, and it's hot, and it's passionate, and it's whatever, right? You're under the guise of lust. It's the attractive factor, and then you're like, okay, you experience that thing, and then it morphs and it changes into something else. It may stall. That's sloth. It may become very obsessive, and that's that envy, or that, or it may get very volatile. You got wrath, or a person may stonewall you and not want to give you anything else. That could be the pride. You know what I'm saying? And the vanity being used. Like, if I do this, they'll notice. If I glow up, I'll be more attractive to them. Or if I'm attracting other people, they'll want to be around me, or whatever. The games that people play, right? Oh, did I get my headphones wet? Ooh. But anyway, so it's like, it's the 7 deadly sins. It's like no fucking different. And there was a saying, like, if like the person that brings you all that exciting energy and makes your heart race and stuff like that, they're not the ones for you. It's actually the person that brings you peace and makes you feel calm. And no one really wants that. It's like they say they want it, but it's after they've experienced all the other shit, all the bullshit. And they still keep attracting people in this lower energy. I'm no exception to the rule. But at the same time, there's a level of discernment that has to be built. That has to be like a muscle. You have to know the difference. And it's not always going to feel like super zen when you meet this person, but it's going to liven you. It's not going to just make you hot under the collar and hot in your loins and stuff like that. It's actually going to enliven you and give you energy to do the things you need to do. So it's just something to pay attention to, because they have these associations. Like, those 7 deadly sins are all grouped together for a reason. They have their own separate influence, and then they blur lines and start to work together. And then it's almost as if before you can actually get out of a situation, you have to go through all the stages where all these things are flexed and actually experienced. And it's like, fuck, like, I just want to get out. I just want to get free. And it's like, okay, well, what attracted you to that shit in the first place? And 9 times out of 10, it's the lust, or the status, and you know what I mean, or the way it looks, that avarice, that vanity. So you have to really just understand what you're attracted to. Not just Venus, but also your Jupiter, because Jupiter is literally the husband. Juno would be more consistent with the wife energy if you actually look at the minor asteroids, the asteroids that are in your chart. And most people just look at the inner planets. So Venus is your attractive factor, with what you may be looking at as far as attraction goes, or the way that you attract people. But you also, There's also Lilith that can take shit too far. It's a lot of shit to look into. It's a lot of things to, peep game about. But just knowing, like, damn, it was hot and heavy, and then it wasn't hot anymore. It was just fucking heavy. Now you got a whole burden on your hands that you can't get rid of. And it's like, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. That's not life. So just peep it. Like, who, what, when, where. Like, doesn't make sense. If they come out of seemingly nowhere and then y'all just hit it off and there's this explosive attraction, just understand that that's chaos waiting to ensue. Especially in your story, on your path, with your specific triggers and temptations. Of course it's going to be laid out for you. Just that simple, looking just that good, being just that tantalizing. And will you take the chance? Will you go through those 7 aches and pains and be on the negative aspect of it? It feels good when you're the one using it until it's used on you, right? So, like, just be mindful. Just be very aware, be mindful. That's all I wanted to say. I'm going to get back to sweating my ass off and clearing out these pores. And I will talk to y'all later.